It's a movement we are in full support of. A recent article in Parents Magazine addresses how teens are gravitating towards grandma hobbies, which is boosting their mental health. It's great news, and we want to learn more. So we asked Becky Farley, a certified teacher of mindful self-compassion, to give us her take on this positive trend. Welcome, Becky. We love this.
I love to be here. And what a great segment right before with the mindfulness. We're heading right into this one.
I love that. I mean, you're our mindfulness guru. I love this. Why do you think that this is taking on such a full force with teens right now?
Well, I love that teens are gravitating towards this, and we have this darling high school intern that's working for us this year, and we asked her this question of why teens are turning to these slow hobbies.
Yeah.
And what she said was so wise. She said, with our phones, we're so used to being consumers. We're consuming others' ideas, but those kinds of things, you are becoming a creator, and you get to create something.
That is
so it's this
wise.
This consumer versus creator, and I feel like we've I'm hoping that we're kind of ending this consumer and moving more into creator, and teenagers often show us the way, that way.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
love
what
that.
I think.
That's still so wise beyond her years. In high school, I wasn't thinking about being a consumer versus a creator, and it's so wise. It's also just a testament to our children and how they really are so much more aware than we give them credit for.
Oh, totally. They are so aware. So I think it's about becoming empowered because you're more of you're an empowered creator, whereas when you're a consumer, you're more overwhelmed.
Yeah.
I think.
The article states that one of the benefits of these hobbies fosters stress-free productivity and creativity. And I feel like this is what you teach constantly. So how do you see this helping our teens?
So if you look at it after seeing all of the benefits, which I know we'll get into, we all deep down know what we need because as mammals, we have this innate desire to care for ourselves and to care for other people. And in that, we know that what we need is this creative side.
Yes.
And I think that that's the biggest benefit to come from that, is just to create space for ourselves, to create a place that we can make a mistake, that we can have a chance to just try new things and become different.
I love that. It's that tuning into that natural self. Okay, well, coming up, Becky will help us define what counts as a grandma hobby, and she'll share a couple more benefits too. That's next. Welcome back to Studio 5. I'm guest host Daylin Dove, filling in for Brooke today. They're calling it Grandma Core, and today's teenagers, well, they're all about it. I'm joined again by Becky Farley, who is the co-owner of Mindful Art Company, and she's back to tell us more about this movement that teens are discovering the joy of phone-free activities. Becky, we talked a little bit before, but will you just define exactly what these hobbies are for us and just give us an overview?
Yes, I will. So we've got embroidery we can make, pom-poms, we've got cooking, that's my favorite right there. The baking, you know, all of the crocheting and the knitting, and this applique sweatshirt was actually made with our intern who I was just talking about, our high school intern. She made this with her friends.
I love that.
At a party, and then quilting and scrapbooking is something that I hadn't really thought about until earlier today when we were talking with someone about scrapbooking. All of these hobbies, woodworking, anything like that. And what's so cool about these hobbies is that it really starts with you as the parent, the grandparent, the aunt, the friend, whoever it is. If you have a hobby and you want to bring in someone to it, a teenager, a love teen, there's something magical called connection.
Connection.
That happens, and that's part of self-compassion, this big connection. So just getting back to the creator and the consumer.
Yeah. You say that these slower crafts are beneficial to anyone who invests time in these hobbies. Why do you feel like they're so beneficial? I mean, we have the connection, we've got the creativity.
Yep. So as a consumer, if you think about it, you become overwhelmed and distracted and out of control. If you think about when you're on your phone all day long, this is how you feel, and you attach your identity and purpose to the media and the stuff that you're consuming. You become isolated and lonely, and you judge yourself and others. That's a big one.
You do, and you don't even notice it, right?
No,
it's
you
the
slip right
second
into it.
nature of seeing whatever else you've got going on. But you know what I love about this is once you bake, once you make this sweatshirt, once you knit, you have this sense of pride. I made this. I creatively took the time. I put my own effort into this, and it's almost a piece of like you in a physical form of your love and your creativity.
Absolutely. It is absolutely a piece of you that you're putting out to the world. And it helps you to find the community and the connection.
Yes.
Like we talked about. What I would love to see is high school clubs. Like a high school knitting club or a high school embroidery club. I just love that because we're so used to sitting in a circle with our phones. But instead of doing that, how about sit in a circle with your embroidery or your knitting?
Yeah.
I just love that.
How do you think that this encourages self-kindness?
Okay, so it's actually, well, let me give this quote first.
Okay.
Thich Nhat Hanh said, "To walk as if you are kissing the earth with your feet." So if we can turn walking, this simple act, into kissing the earth, this mundane act of threading a needle or knitting or putting our things together. I mean, I'm just thinking about when I make a pie and I roll that pie crust out and I'm almost kissing the earth with this pie crust and laying it in. Just that simple act is a real self-compassionate act for yourself because it empowers you to get off of your phone and get into your life, wake up to what is happening right now at this moment. I'm rolling this pie crust out. I'm knitting this yarn. What color is this yarn? Red, yellow, whatever it is, and sitting with that.
You're so present. Right? In today's age, I think presence we're missing a lot of that. When I feel, this is kind of a mom hack for me, when I feel like I am not being the mom that I maybe want to be that day, or they've spent a lot of time in the front of the TV, I'm like, let's bake something together. Let's get our hands dirty. I'm not going to go out and play in the dirt. I'm just not that mom. I'm not that mom. But I've come to terms with it.
But you'll play in the flower.
But I will play in the flower, and that's a real connection point for us because it's that creativity, because we're present, everything that just comes together, and it is that self-compassion, that kindness. We're giggling, we're laughing, we're creating something, and then we're enjoying a sweet treat after.
Who doesn't want that?
Who doesn't want that?
Or a beautiful sweatshirt or a blanket or whatever it is.
Yes.
And then you have that to remember.
Oh, Becky, this is so good. Tell us more where we can find more and connect with you more.
Okay, so mindfulartco.com, and we have a new course that is out, and it's just like just take your time taking the course. It's online, so there's no pressure with it.
Love
and you
that.
can find it right there at mindfulartco.com and learn all of these great ways to become mindful and enjoy your life.
Connection, creativity, all the good things. Thanks so much, Becky.
Yep.